welcome to the Bombardier Pavilion. So I'm Annabelle Duchesne from Public Affairs and External Communications for Bombardier Commercial Aircraft. And it's a pleasure to have you with us today. We're excited actually to share the latest updates about our CRJ series program at the Farnborough Air Show in 2016. So first, allow me to give you a few details and an overview of the agenda for today, and at the same time introduce our two speakers. So in just a moment, I will ask Kevin Smith, our Vice President Regional Aircraft, to kick things off with his opening remarks. Kevin is a longtime Bombardier executive with more than 30 years of regional aircraft expertise, and will give you an overview of the CRJ and how it's leading the regional aircraft market. We will then have Patrick Baudy, our Vice President for Marketing. So Patrick will come on stage and will walk you through the latest enhancements of our CRJ series family. He will host an interactive session where you will have the opportunity and the pleasure actually to visualize our latest product offering through virtual reality. We will then open the Q&A session, and if you would like to have additional interviews, one-on-ones with our executives, so I please ask you to come and see me or my colleagues, so Natalie and Marianella, Françoise, so a few people are here to help you with one-on-ones. So it's now my pleasure to welcome Kevin.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you very much, Annabelle, for that wonderful introduction. It's our pleasure to be here at Farnborough 2016. Always enjoy coming back to London, to England, and I'm going to say greater extension, Europe, so thank you for that. Today, we are here to talk about why the CRJ family is such a great success story. Bombardier created the regional jet market. Maybe a little bit of rain. We created the regional jet market. So we were the ones that had the vision, the foresight, and the entrepreneurship that could develop and see this market coming forward. And today, in the world, there are in excess of 3,000 regional jets flying, all because of Bombardier's vision and leadership in that market space. Did you know that Lufthansa was a launch customer for the CRJ 100 in Europe? And today, we have over 1,900 airplanes flying in the world. So great success story. The platforms we offer today are from left to right is the CRJ 700, which has the lowest trip cost of any regional jet in the marketplace flying today. And then we have the CRJ 900 with up to 90 seats, and that is optimized for profitable growth. And then you have the further extension, the CRJ 1000, that has the best seat mile cost of any regional jet in the industry today, bar none, bar none. So here's a look at the operators that fly the airplane throughout the world for us today. And you can see that the airplane is all over the world, both hemispheres, and I'm going to say coast to coast to coast, but it is ubiquitous. That means omnipresent, everywhere. And so you can see that they're all over the place. We have 1,900 firm orders, 60 airlines, and 60 corporate customers. So this is a key number to remember, 1,900. There it is up there in the front left. So, the CRJ is the fourth most successful aircraft in commercial aviation history. Fourth most successful aircraft in commercial aviation history. So you have the Boeing, you have the Airbus, you have the Douglas E-9, and you have the CRJ family. The most commercially successful aircraft in history, over 100 years of history. 1,900 firm orders and options. Every 10 seconds, one takes off throughout the world. And the other one there in the bottom left-hand corner, 1.6 billion passengers transported in the airplane. 1.6 billion. Big number. Over 99.5% reliability, dispatch reliability. The airplane has to be reliable to carry that many people. 60 plus airlines, 50 plus countries. So we're jumping the gun here. Okay, so you don't become the most successful regional aircraft in the world by chance. you have to have something that the operators wants, and that's the lowest cost and world-class cabin standards. We strive every day in our engineering department, our marketing and sales departments, and to take cost out of the aircraft operating cost for the customers. So here's an example of that today. So this is a maintenance check interval that's been escalated, so the A check and the C check. And the A check has gone from 600 flight hours to 800, and from 6,000 flight hours for the C check to 8,000 flight hours for the C check. So anybody knows that the fewer times you touch an airplane, the better it is. It means it's out there and it's flying. So you have one fewer C check in the first 8 years, 30% fewer maintenance days. So if you don't touch the airplane, that's good. It must be flying. So what does that mean to the operator? $230,000 of maintenance cost savings over a 50-year horizon for the operator. So every day we strive to take cost out of the operating cost for the operators. So we're jumping around here, but it's pretty good. So now, with that in mind, here is the relative value meter positioning. So the CRJ 700 is 9% lower operating cost. This is cash operating cost than its competitors. CRJ 900, 7%, and the CRJ 1000 is 10%. So you can see it's through constant vigilance to taking cost out of the platform that makes it a desirable platform for airlines to want and have. But it's also, too, it's continuous investment in the platform. We as a company invest in the platform all the time, and we're going to demonstrate that now. I'm going to call up my colleague, Mr. Patrick Bodie, who will talk to you about the next level of investment we're going to put into the platform. So please, Patrick, come and join us here.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'll leave you to click.
Yep, thanks. So yeah, talking about investment, we decided to announce earlier this year at Bombardier a massive improvement in the cabin. This is again continuous improvement. I had the pleasure at the Regional Aircraft Association in Charlotte in the US to announce the launch of this new cabin, and I want to take you through the different elements that we've improved in the cabin and why we did it. Oops. First of all, so the reason why we did this cabin, we basically had a I don't know if you see, I'm maybe standing in the way. We had done a survey of the customers, and basically we had many feedback on how we could improve the cabin, and we collected this feedback. Basically, there was a need, and you know the travel experience of people today. There was a need to carry more hand luggage on board the plane, better enhanced experience. Basically, a lot of airlines want a similar experience whether you fly a single aisle or a regional jet. And finally, added value, of course. What they want is more revenue out of it, a capability of adding revenue, but also maybe lowering costs as well. So we took this home, and we decided to come back with the picture you saw before, which is still virtual, and we'll have the fun game after that where you could try those goggles we have to have the virtual experience of the cabin. But we came up with a very nice cabin. So let's look at the solutions we found. First of all, we're going to improve the bins all the way in the plane, but one of the elements which will be the most visible will be in the premium section of the cabin. We are implementing a big bin, I would say, much larger bin. You can see here at the bottom. Is this not working? Sorry, I'm going to go here. This is the old design in blue here of the bin, and that's the new design. So basically, that's when you board on the left-hand side of the cabin. We can have now a bin where we can put wheel first handbags, and that offers something like 50% more baggage capability in the cabin. And these bags are much bigger than what we used to be able to accommodate in the plane. They're 40% larger than in the past. So it's a tremendous improvement on the premium passenger section, because now you can get the people getting on board with their hand luggage and roller bags without having to do the jetway check-in that sometimes you have when you fly on regional airplane. We've improved that. We had a feedback that the toilets in the front of the section of the plane was a bit too tight, in particular for markets where people tend to be much bigger than me and much larger than me. Okay, so we decided to improve these toilets by increasing the size dramatically of these toilets. The lavatories now got a 8 feet more space, in terms of floor space, and more important, the height of the ceiling in the toilets now in the lavatories is 3 inches larger than what it was. So basically, people taller can fit in. They don't have to bend like it was the case before. And the feedback we have from the first mock-up is really, really great. People really appreciate that enhancement on the front side, the front lavatories. We looked at, as well at the lavatories of refreshing the interior, more modern, and aspect, and making it attractive. One of the main features of this cabin as well is that it can accommodate people with reduced mobility, so it's PRM compatible, which is a first for regional aviation. Nobody else got this, so you see here the schematics where a PRM person could fit in the nav, and you don't have to have like curtains or other things to get privacy for these people. Now they can be in the labs, autonomous, because we can accommodate for that. So that's another feature. It's a first in the industry, and we believe that's going to be also very important. The more living space, just an example, in the aisle now, we worked, you see the larger bins here. On the business class, we have also took the opportunity to reduce on the right side, because we have so much space on the other side that we don't need anymore those smaller bins on the right side of the plane. So we reduced that to have a better clearance in the aisle, so people when they board, they're not constrained by those bins on the side. So it's clearing up the way by around 5 inches, which is always appreciated. So it clears up the space when you walk in the cabin. The entrance was something, when you board a plane, the first thing you see is basically the kitchen. It's like entering a house and you go straight through the kitchen. So a lot of feedbacks from airlines where, how can we improve the experience when you board the aircraft? Sometimes you've got to turn. It was not very convenient. Now what we've done, we have round shapes in the entrance. We cleared up totally the entrance area, much larger, much wider. You can see snapshots here. You'll better see that with the goggles, but it's rounded here with a monument. This is that monument here when you board. The toilets rounded, clearing up the space at the entrance, so you have a better welcoming, if you want. Last but not least, mood lighting. Again, is part of the request from airlines to have a similar experience between mainline and regional. They really want to have a seamless experience for the passengers. So we implemented now a full system of mood lighting. You can get any color. I don't know, it's something like 32 million colors. So you can really pick the color you want in this, and customize your cabin with this mood lighting option. We had a Wi-Fi solution, but now we're moving this to SATCOM capability on the plane, where you can have more bandwidth and better connectivity solutions, even on regional aircraft. Again, this is a big change that we're implementing on the CRJ. And in-seat power, we had in-seat power in first class before, but now we want in-seat power all the way through. The trend for passengers, even on regional, is to use their own device. So that's why we are investing in the Wi-Fi and in the in-seat power. We believe that the trend will be to have those available for every passenger on board looking forward. So you have a video. I don't think we're going to show the video now. There will be a loop on the video, but you can go on YouTube, and we have a 360 kind of experience on YouTube, the YouTube 360 channel, and you can go to this address. I guess we'll provide you with this website address, and you can have an experience. And that's the video. we don't have the other slide. Okay. But let's look at the video. It's not the video. Okay, thanks. So what I want to do before, I think the address is on the goggles. What I want to do before we try those goggles with you, we have 10 sheet sets, so you can try and put them on and be in the cabin. What I want to say is that first of all, with this device, it's virtual reality. So you know the cabin you've seen in pictures before, you'll be able to be in the cabin with these goggles and turn around and see up and down. And if you focus on an area where you have a little sign, you can move on to the next section. So the first section will be, of course, the entrance. Then you get to the forward lavatory. These are all the different stations we can show in this virtual reality experience. Business class, the connected cabin section, and last clicker is not working properly, sorry. Yeah, thanks. And the economy class, okay? So again, I think in the, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if in the device you look through these, you'll be, for example, in the entrance here, there will be a placeholder in there when you look in the goggles, and if you focus on that, then you're going to be moving to that section automatically and be able to turn around and see the cabin. So what I suggest now, we're going to play the video for those who, but I think we have enough goggles at the moment, so ladies, can you please distribute the goggles with the tablet? So basically you can download through the website this software, and you can use it on any Android tablet. Melanie, can we get one for the gentleman here? No? You're good? You see the video first?
It's better if you stand up. You sit? Okay, start this way.
Anybody wants the goggle?
Anybody wants to try?
Any question? Yeah.
Yeah, so my colleague Natalie is bringing a mic.
Natalie? Oh, there's a question here.
Okay, Ian Harbison, Aircraft Cabin Energy. Is this design being developed in-house or you used an external agency to help you? And also, is there any read across from either the C series or other models in the range?
So we designed it with our own resources. We had our own engineers and advanced teams looking at that, and designers looking at that. We are currently in the process of selecting suppliers. We're going to finalize this, we think, fairly soon. And the applicability to other platform, we're looking at it as well. We believe there is probably value to do something out of this on other platforms, but for the moment we're just concentrating on the CRJ with this, and we'll see later on if we want to implement that across the product line. Any other question?
Don't be shy. This is your chance. It's open forum.
Yeah, another question?
Ian, you're stealing the show.
In possible entry into service time and also retrofit capability.
Okay, good question. The entry into service, we from first customer, we're gonna get on board with this this project, with this new development investment. We have a 12-month period before we can deliver. So it's really short. We can implement under a 12-month period. In terms of retrofit capability, we're looking at it. We believe that some of it can be retrofitable fairly easily. We're looking at this capability, but for the moment, we've not fully concluded in this. Some of this surely will be retrofitable. I hope you heard. You didn't hear earlier the C series taking off, right? I know. We heard that one. I don't know which one is this big one, but. Any other question? Please don't be shy. I mean, is it clear? This investment we're making on the CRJ looks very clean. Anyway,
Any comments? Any comments from the crowd? I mean, it's continually investing into the platform so that it is customer friendly. It's what the customers want, and it's cost efficient for the operators. Value.
Okay, I think we'll cut it here. Thanks for your attention. And what I want to say as well is this experience with the 3D reality, virtual reality will be available at the aircraft. We have a CRJ, from an Austrian CRJ 1000, and there we're going to have goggles. We're going to have goggles as well here. So pass the word. Anybody who wants to try these is most welcome to do it. Thanks again. Thank you.